On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Vincent Michael Mattson. The file number here is 21-01143FY. Council appearances.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. Aaron Housefield on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Eric Tamal for defendant, who's present to my left.
How are you today, Mr. Mattson? Okay, today's the date that we scheduled for a forensic review. I have a report here that's dated for September 21st. However, the court did not didn't get the possession of this until Friday of last week. My understanding, however, though, is that Mr. Tamal, you already had it. Is that correct?
Yes, this is a little bit complicated. We have two hearings. Back in August 17, we should have already had a competency hearing to go forward. At my request, I asked for an adjournment to get the other court caught up, which it did get caught up last Friday. I believe I had it a week earlier than you for some reason. So we have both reports now, the criminal responsibility and competency. We're ready to go forward and conclude the competency exam unless we've already done that last time. If we have, then I'd like this matter set for a preliminary examination.
Okay, looks like on August 17th, we did address the competency to stand trial. And we were waiting for criminal responsibility. So this is only to address criminal responsibility. Ms. Housfield?
Thank you, Your Honor. The people are still not in receipt, although Mr. Bigelow did forward me a copy of the report on Friday when the court received it. So the people are in possession of the report dated 9/21/21 of Dr. Serezny as to the defendant's mental capacity. I understand Your Honor just said that competency was addressed. Was an order actually signed, or did the court?
There was no order signed.
Okay, so I do believe then, Your Honor, that we would have to address the competency as well as the criminal responsibility, because I believe what Mr. Tamal is referring to and what I believe Your Honor was answering was we indicated that we had a report, but because criminal responsibility was outstanding, we wished to wait and essentially package them together.
Okay, yep, I have both reports here, and so you do have the new report for criminal responsibility, though?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, then it would be the people's position that regarding competency, the report dated August 9th, 2021 of Dr. Serezny, that report made a finding that the defendant was competent. The people would ask that the court adopt the findings and enter an order finding him competent. As to the report dated 9/21/21 by Dr. Serezny, the findings in that matter were that the defendant was mentally ill and would present with a defense of legal insanity. The people are not at this time going to challenge that finding and would agree with Mr. Tamal that this matter should be set for preliminary examination.
I agree that the competency report should be admitted if it hasn't already been in order to be signed. Likewise, thank you, Your Honor.
The court will adopt the report from August 9th, 2021. That finds that Mr. Mattson does in fact understand the nature and object of the proceedings and that he is competent to stand trial. As to the report as to our September 21st, 2021, the court will adopt those findings as well as it relates to criminal responsibility, and both reports will be entered as part of the court record, and there will be a PCC and preliminary exam date scheduled.
It's up to you.
I don't believe we need a PCC at this time.
Okay, just an exam?
That's correct.
What's our schedule? Okay, November 4th work for you, Mr. Mattson? I'm sorry, Mr. Tamal?
At 9 a.m.
At 9 a.m.?
I do have 3 cases starting at 1 o'clock in different county. 9 a.m. works, assuming we can be done by noon, I guess. I have a court warrant.
You said the fifth, you have what?
I have court in the morning, 8:30, 8:30,
Okay, we'll put it on the fourth.
4th at 9 is fine.
Okay, any additional matters for the record at this time?
Nothing for the people, thank you.
Nothing for the fence, thank you.
You're all set. We'll see you on November fourth.
Okay. No, it'll be straight, okay. You won't be very busy this year? Be very busy this year. Okay.
You know who Armani Page is?
Yes, this is me. Hello?
Okay, are you Mr. Armani Page?
Yes.
Okay, sir, you have a bench warrant. You didn't appear for your court date on the 18th, so you need to turn yourself in.
On the 18th.
Yeah, you were supposed to be here in person on the 18th for your final pretrial. You were also supposed to be here in court in person today for a jury trial. Neither of those times were you to appear via Zoom, and you did not appear on the 18th, so a bench warrant was issued. So you need to turn yourself in on the bench warrant, okay, sir?
Okay, I wasn't notified. My attorney didn't tell me that. I've been texting and
The court
contacting
told
him.
you, we told you what days to be here when I saw you on your last court date. So you need to turn yourself in, okay, sir?
All right.
Thank you.
So do I exit?
Yes, you can exit.
Okay.
Okay. The final pretrials for Jensen and Brewer, those are both nolly.
That's correct, Your Honor. No, I'm sorry, Your Honor, that's not correct. U was nollied and Jensen ×2 was a bench warrant.
Okay, those have been signed, and I think that's all we have until the jury trial, or the 8 a.m. that is. Okay, sounds good. Okay, and then we have a number of you here. Is this from LCC? Okay, how are you all doing today? Thank you for joining us. My understanding is that you all are doing a tour today. Did you do the tour already? No, okay. So I'm sure Ms. Brewer will get you all on a tour. I'm Judge Kristen Simmons. I'm the newest judge in this court. I was appointed 2 years ago in October to this bench, and I replaced Judge Clark, who was formerly in this seat. And so we have 4 judges here. I don't know if they told you. Judge Ward would be, as soon as you come off the elevator, that courtroom directly in front of you, that would be her courtroom. She's not here today, she's on vacation. Directly across from me is the chief judge, that's Judge Louise Alderson. And then we have all the way down the hall in the other corner, we have Judge Buchanan. And then downstairs on the 5th floor, we have the magistrate, which I understand There are some of you all down there now. So she's probably doing arraignments or something like that today. So she's probably seeing people while they're down there, which is good. We have a jury trial today, which the jury gets called in around 9:15. They won't appear here probably until 10:30, 10:45. And then we'll be able to do a jury selection. So is this from a particular class at all?
They are first year law enforcement, first year criminal justice, and then second year law CJ combined. So some of them are juniors and some of them are seniors.
Okay, so I heard that there may be some questions. And also we have my prosecutor here. I don't know if she introduced herself.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Erin Housefield. I'm with the Ingham County Prosecutor's Office. The way that the Prosecutor's Office works is that we have some prosecutors that are called docket APAs. So we are assigned to a specific court and handle all matters that flow through that court. And then there are some prosecutors who are vertical. So for example, our homicide team, they are vertical. They handle all homicides regardless of the court that they originate in or travel to. So I am Judge Simmons, docket APA, handling matters here.
We have a public defender around here somewhere. I know he's probably getting ready for the jury trial. This is my court officer, Nick Bigelow. I have my court recorder, Addie Nash here, and then I have the legendary Susie Cherry. Now she's legendary because Miss Cherry, I pulled her out of retirement for the third time, but at this point to come and assist. Addie's not been here very long, so she's being trained. But Miss Cherry has worked for every judge that's ever sat on this court. This court's been open for over 50 years. So that's why she's legendary. But we're gonna release her back to her retirement, at least temporarily soon. So give me just a moment. You guys can think about what questions you have. I have someone logging into my Zoom. This Zoom thing, it came about in the middle of COVID and it's here to stay now. So we try to do a lot of things via Zoom to allow people to have access to the court without having to come in. So it's only for certain things. So trial you can't do via Zoom. Who just joined me from the iPhone?
Andre Parker.
Okay, thank you. Can you start your video, please?
I'm trying. I'm sorry.
Fine. How are you, Mr. Parker?
How you doing today?
I'm doing well. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Andre J. Parker. File number is 21-00428ST. Mr. Parker, today's the date that was set for a show cause. And that's because you were here back on August 23rd and you pled to a careless and an impeding. You owed, it looks like $125.
Yes. I actually got the money, and I was gonna go try to pay that today. I'm just trying to get my kids off to school right now, but I was gonna.
You come down. Are you gonna come down and pay it in person, or are you gonna pay it online?
I was gonna try to pay it personally. I can pay it online. I didn't know I could pay it online.
You can make payment online. There may be a small service fee attached to it, or you can come down in person. We're open, so you just come down to the 6th floor and make payment at the window. If you want to pay online, though, you just go to the court's website. So that's www.lansingmi.gov/court. You're going to use your case number. That was the number I called in the beginning, which is 21-00428. And then you can make a payment that way, sir, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll note here that you're gonna make a payment today. Make sure you get in to make a payment because you don't want a bench warrant to issue for $125, do you?
No, ma'am. I had talked to the lady from the court. She said I could put $20 on, because I got 2 tickets. I was gonna put 20 on one and 20 on the other and just keep making the payments until I could pay it off.
Show me where he goes.
This particular one is 210.
Hold on, I'm in court
Did you
right now.
did you speak to the magistrate last week?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And actually, sir, you actually owe $210 on this.
Yes, I have one for 210 and one for 294.
Another one for 125 as well.
What's the file number on that one?
So 125 and 290.
Currently, all the things ain't on money's on. Okay, I can't, I'm gonna print to see which one of these are already in show cause status. This one, though, the one that, this file number 21-00428, you need to make the $20 payment on that one, sir.
Yes, the one for careless driving for 210.
Yes, that, you need to, yeah, you need to make that payment on that one. That one's already in show cause, and that's the one that you saw the magistrate last week. There was a note that you were going to make payment of $20 today.
Yes, that's the one I'm paying on today. Yes, ma'am.
When are you gonna make your next payment?
I'm gonna try to do it as soon as possible. Cause I had went to donate and got the money for this ticket. I'm looking for a job actually as we speak.
Okay, my understanding is everyone's hiring.
Yes, and I've been filling out applications, ma'am. Yes, I'm
So
just
you
waiting
should
for
have
them to
no
call me
problem
back.
finding work. Okay, I see where you owe $294 on file number 16-03529.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, you can continue to make payments on that. I'll put on this file, though, that you're before the court on today, that you'll make your $20 payment today.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you'll follow up with collections for any further payment plan, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a number ending in 1116 for you.
Yes, it's 517-803.
Okay. You're all set for today, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Who has questions?
I'm done.
Yes, sir. You're free to go. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Bye.
Ma'am, can you state your name for me?
Hi, I'm Claire Willoughby.
Hi, Ms. Willoughby. What's your question?
Have you ever overruled a verdict?
Overruling a verdict?
Yes.
Okay, so that would go to the Court of Appeals.
Okay.
And so we're a trial court. This is the district court. So maybe I'll explain what district court does. So all felonies start in district court. So when you all saw us handle a competency matter today, that actually is a felony. We don't normally do felonies in this court on Monday. We do them on Thursdays and Fridays, but because we needed to get that competency addressed immediately, we put it on for today. So all felonies start in this court. And so when a case is issued, it's, or at least a felony, it's usually on a complaint. Now they're issuing summons and they'll come in and they'll be arraigned. That's what the magistrate's doing downstairs. She's doing arraignments. And then they'll have a preliminary examination if it's a felony. So they have a right to have a preliminary examination within 21 days of their arraignment date. The court date prior to their preliminary examination is what's called a probable cause conference. So that's an opportunity for the prosecution and maybe the defense counsel to come to some kind of resolution or to discuss discovery issues and see if if the defendant wants to proceed to their preliminary examination. So when they have a preliminary examination, that's the first hearing for the prosecution to meet their burden of probable cause. So they have to show sufficient evidence to a probable cause standard at preliminary examination that a crime was committed and sufficient evidence to charge that defendant with the crime. At the time of the preliminary examination, the judge is the sole determiner of the evidence. So if the court is satisfied that there is sufficient probable cause, then the case is then bound over, is what we call it, or sent to the circuit court for further proceedings up to trial. So any felony trials will take place in the circuit court level. Here we do misdemeanor trials. So we're having a misdemeanor trial here. So when a case is issued for a misdemeanor, and here a misdemeanor can be, certain misdemeanors can be issued on citations, but then the majority of them are through a complaint process. They're arraigned as well on the misdemeanors, and then they'll have their first hearing is a pretrial. So the pretrial, they come in and they'll see if they can have, if there's discovery issues, or if they need to request further discovery, or if they want an adjournment, which is just a delay in the time frame, so they can go and get evaluated or see if they can work out some kind of arrangement or a plea deal. If there is not going to be a plea, then what happens is they proceed to trial. During COVID, we didn't have any trials from March of last year up until July of this year. And so because cases were not able to be moved because we couldn't call in a jury, we in this court started doing final pretrials. Final pretrials are something that's normal if you're in like federal court or in a maybe in a circuit court, they'll have a final pretrial. That's just the last time we tighten up any evidentiary issues and then proceed to the trial. We started doing that here because there was such a long delay in between having their pretrial and then having the jury trial. You can also have a bench trial if both parties agree to waive their rights to the jury trial. And at the bench trial, that means the judge is going to make the decision as to the verdict. If a party is unhappy with the verdict, they have a right to apply or to appeal their verdict. That gets appealed up to the Court of Appeals. It doesn't get appealed to me. I only hear appeals for things that the magistrate will issue. She does small claims hearings and proceedings. A lot of times people aren't happy with those. Your small claims are like your everyday Judge Judy type issues, smaller issues that are disputes between people that are not represented by counsel. The magistrate usually hears those, and then if people aren't satisfied, they'll appeal it, and one of the judges will get it. So we had some final pretrials today, and those are just getting ready to possibly go to their next court date, which would be a trial date. And then we have one jury trial that's going to take place today, and at 9:30, I have some pretrials. I also have some probation violations, which should not have been scheduled for hearings because we're going to be in the middle of trial. So we'll try to get that cleared up for today before we start our trial. So anyone else have any questions? So we also do civil matters. Oh, I'll talk about that after your question.
So my name's Officer Bartlett, and have you ever had like a fight or anything break on your courtroom at all?
Did you say a fight?
Yeah.
So I've not had, again, I've only been here on the bench for 2 years. So it just depends on how you define fight. We had some drama. We had an issue since I've been on the bench where there was an altercation in the hallway, and the police and security had to apprehend the subject and get them back into custody. I've not had anything in my courtroom as it relates to a fight. Usually if we try to gauge when we know there's going to be parties that are contentious. So for example, if there's a homicide, you know that there's going to be a defendant, and then you're going to have the victim's family that's probably going to come. We try to use the larger courtroom there, which is Judge Ward's courtroom, because she is the only courtroom where there's an aisle that separates both parties. We also call in extra law enforcement when we have those types of hearings to make sure that they're keeping the peace and order in the courtroom. We haven't had a lot of people in person because of COVID. So we were doing it when COVID came, we shut down and we only did everything via Zoom, and except for preliminary examinations, when we were able to do them, because there was a time period we couldn't do them because the COVID numbers were so high. When we were able to do those, we would let the defendants and the witnesses come in person, but the building was closed, so we didn't really have other people coming in to come and watch the proceedings. Now the court's open, so anyone can come in the courtroom anytime and watch a proceeding. That's your right to go and watch the court proceedings in your area or any area you want to go into. So I've not had any fights here. I'm trying to think if any other judges had any since I've been here. I used to work in this building years before on the 5th floor at the city attorney's office, and there was a fight when I was an assistant city attorney. There was also a situation where someone was remanded. I think it was actually in this courtroom, but it was a different judge in here. And typically, if someone comes in, they're out on bond, but the judge is going to remand or send them to jail. They have them sit over there in the jury box until they're able to be transported out. Well, this person ran out. And I remember I was at the city attorney's office and we were downstairs in the garage when the police were looking for that individual. He was later apprehended and taken back into custody. But we thankfully not had any major issues here. This courtroom is built and structured such that we have very narrow hallways. So we try to be conscious of those things. For example, I'm on state misdemeanors, which means I'm likely to have a misdemeanor trial. So because of that, the judge directly across from me will be on a different docket, and we won't both have trials. We only have one jury room on this side. So we can't both have trials on today because we got to try to keep some kind of area for egress, and so people are not all up on top of each other, or we don't have any issues with sharing the jury room. So we try to, if I'm on a city docket, she's on a state docket. We try to navigate it that way. Same with our felonies. If I'm running an exam or if I'm preliminary exam date, the judge across from me should be on probable cause conferences. That way we don't have a whole bunch of witnesses in the building at the same time. Does that answer your question? Okay. Any other questions? So I was going to say that we do civil matters here as well. We take civil. Civil is when you're suing someone for money, usually. And that we do that up to $25,000 in controversy. Anything above that would go over to the circuit court unless you have a federal issue, and then you would file in federal court. We do civil matters here as well. Wednesdays, we do landlord-tenant eviction matters on Wednesdays only. And Tuesdays, and for now, we're doing our city ordinance stuff. City ordinance could be traffic, it could be misdemeanors, it could be code violations for, housing or land property, those kind of issues. Does that prompt anybody else to see and to have any other questions? There's also a jail in this building. We have a jail on the 3rd floor. I don't know if they're going to take you all down there. You all are going to go down there? Okay, yeah, we do have a jail in this building, which makes us unique because we don't have to worry about always transporting people from another building to move forward with the proceeding. So hopefully you all will enjoy your experience. I know some of you all are going to go into careers in law enforcement, and then hopefully you'll consider careers at the Lansing Police Department. I was the previous legal advisor to the Lansing Police Department when I worked at the city attorney's office. And then I was over at the Attorney General's office after that, and I was advisor for the Department of Corrections. So I have a law enforcement background, I guess. So hopefully you all enjoy your experience and you learned a lot. If you have any other questions, you can always write them down, shoot them back, or you can let Ms. Brewer know that you had another question and she'll get it to me, okay? You can also ask Ms. Houseboat some questions. She's a prosecutor, so she sees a lot of things.
Do you get to pick the cases that you're on, or are you assigned to certain cases? Like,
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Sorry, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Todd Kellogg. I'm a little early. I wasn't sure if I've done this before, so.
Oh, you're fine. I think we're just gonna wait for your attorney, Ms. Donnelly, to log in, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem. In the meantime, I'm gonna mute your device. When I'm ready to address you, you'll just need to unmute, okay?
It'll ask me to unmute.
No, I'll ask you to unmute and you'll just click the little icon that looks like a microphone, okay?
Okay. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
No problem. Good morning, Ms. Donnelly.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Kellogg is here. Do you need to speak to him privately?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Okay, can you get Ms. House, please? Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Todd Robert Kelly. The file number is 21-02835 SM. Council appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Erin Hoskins on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Todd Kellogg, whom we are both separately appearing by Zoom.
Thank you. Today's the date set for pretrial. Are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, I have not received an offer yet in this case. I would request it be set for a final pretrial.
Was there an offer extended at all?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
This matter will be set for final pretrial and then a jury trial.
December 6th.
Final pretrial will be December 6th at 8 a.m. in person here at the court.
December 13th.
Trial will be December 13th at 8 a.m. here in person at the court, okay? Mr. Kellogg, do you have any questions today? You're muted, by the way.
You have to unmute yourself in the bottom corner. There should be a mute, unmute. There you go.
How's that? It just popped up.
Yep.
Okay. The question was, am I understanding?
Do you have any questions today?
None that I can think of other than, so I heard the dates, December 6th and December 13th.
Yeah, December 6th is your final pretrial date.
Which, the 13th?
The 13th is if you proceed to trial, it'll be on the 13th of December.
Okay, and I guess my other question is then on the 6th, did I hear that correctly?
Yes, the 6th at 8 a.m.
6th at 8 a.m. Okay. And that's a pre-trial. What would that be considered?
It's your final pretrial. So there's not been an offer extended to you. This is a domestic violence charge. So what I would assume is that your attorney would like to know if the witness is going to appear, the necessary witnesses will appear. So she's requesting a final pretrial. If the necessary witnesses appear, there may be further negotiations, or it may just proceed to a trial date. Okay.
Okay. I
Does
understand.
that answer your question, sir?
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you on December 6th. Again, that's here in person, not via Zoom, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How's it going?
You start your video, please. Mr. Kellogg, you can hang up.
Yes, I'm all set to hang up.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Mr. Rogers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you hire an attorney for this matter?
I was supposed to get a court appointed, but I don't
I
know.
indicated to you at your last court date that you wouldn't get a court appointed because it's a civil infraction.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I'm presenting myself again.
Okay. We'll get the prosecutor logged in and she'll talk to you privately, okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
I'm fine with that too. I didn't want to keep going.
Mr. Rogers, do you have a valid CPL?
I do.
Okay, can you show us, please?
Let me grab my wallet.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said, let me grab my wallet. I thought I had my wallet.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Who's on the Galaxy A12?
That would be me, ma'am. Joseph.
What's your name?
Joseph Smith.
Okay, Mr. Smith.
Elder Church.
Sorry?
Okay, so
That's not yours, is it? Ms. Donnelly, is that your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then I see Shannon Harris?
Yes, I'm trying to get the audio or the picture to come on.
Yeah, your picture's doing something weird. Are these both
I know, I'm
Ms. Donnelly?
Yes.
You need to speak with anyone privately.
Nope, I'm ready to go.
Were you ready
Do you
for
have
that?
it, Mr. Rogers?
Yes, ma'am.
Why isn't it?
Got it?
Yep, I do.
That is what they look like.
I can't read anything on it.
Yeah,
That's
I
accurate.
can't either.
Hold on.
Give me one moment. Let me change the view here.
Okay.
Okay, can you put it up to the camera again? I just want to see the expiration date. Can you say something?
Let me see. Okay, that expiration date's at the bottom right there. I don't know if it'll focus or not.
It will not.
It will not. Is there a way? Oh yeah, I can switch to a different camera. Let me see. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
2025?
Yes. 2026.
7/29 of 2021. When was that ticket issued, Your Honor?
8/4/2021.
Okay. So, I mean, it still would probably need to be, if it is a city ordinance violation that is handled by the city, they would have to be the ones that dismiss it.
Dismiss it, right.
Um,
If they handle it.
right.
Okay, Mr. Rogers, I want you to hang on so we can try to get this resolved today, okay?
Okay, thank you.
But I will say I will not.
Ms. Donnelly.
Anything that's gonna cause-
I don't know if Ms. Bowen is gonna be able to answer the question. I can get any city attorney to answer this question. It can be smarter. It can be removed.
Right.
If you can call and see if any one of them can come up real quick. Or go down there. It'll probably be quicker. Okay, Joseph Smith. For on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Joseph Austin Smith, file number 21-01151, counsel appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Erin Housefield on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Joseph Smith, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Thank you. Today is the date that was set for a pre-trial. I think we adjourned this matter in September because parties were seeking to obtain relevant medical records. Did you get those records?
Not yet, Your Honor. Mr. Smith did submit a request to get them, but he has not received a reply from McLaren. He hasn't been able to reach them. So my office had him sign a release of information to request those records on Friday, and they'll should be filing them today. So I was going to request a 2-week adjournment. I don't expect, I usually get responses within that time. And then I should be have them for review before that date.
Okay.
We can do the November 8th at 9:30.
November 8th at 9:30. Any additional matters on this file?
Nothing for the people. Thank you.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Smith. We'll see you November 8th.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with Ms. Harris. I can't see her at all.
I'm trying, what I'm gonna do is sign on my Zoom on my cell phone. I have no clue what's going on with the computer video because I use it during class.
Before you do that though, because it looks like we only adjourned this so that you can solve some licensing issues.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have a new court hearing because they also extended it in Charlotte. And Miss Sarah, it is November 24th at 3 o'clock.
November 24th.
November 24th is your hearing in Eaton County?
Yes, ma'am, at 3 o'clock. I'm so sorry about the video.
No problem. Ms. Donnelly, I'm assuming you're requesting an adjournment?
Till after that date, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. You'll give me something in December.
can do December 6th at 10.
It'll be December 6th at 10 a.m.
I have that wrote down.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. You guys have a great day.
Ms. Hagan,
Yes, Your Honor.
how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm pretty good. We have a ticket here, and actually we should have sent you the copy of the ticket so you can look at it. I was just on the phone with Mr. Abood because I'm not aware of the city prosecuting a CCW failed to possess concealed pistol license, but we have a ticket written as a city ordinance violation for such. And so we would need someone from the city to dismiss this case because you don't prosecute it. He said that you can handle it. If you say you can give him a call if you have any questions, but
Can I, Your Honor, can I get a case number so that I can do the nollie?
It would be a ticket, so you don't need a nollie.
Oh,
Right. It's a ticket. The citation number on here is 21L26-23691. And I don't believe that the city was ever given a copy of this or that it was brought to your attention because it was placed on my state docket and not on the city docket.
okay. Yes, Your Honor. We will dismiss that. Mr. Abood was correct. That's not something that the city handles. Do you just want to note the dismissal on the ticket from me, or do you want us to do some type of paperwork?
Nope, no paperwork necessary. I just need you to say those words there. So the case will be dismissed, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sagan.
Yep, you have a good day.
You too. I don't know if, okay, Mr. Rogers, this ticket will be dismissed, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm good to go.
You are free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Miss Bonnie.
Ms. Donnelly,
Yes,
is it Amanda Sioffi? Is that your
Tiafi.
client? Is that your client?
Yes.
Do you need to speak with her privately?
I need to speak to Sarah first.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, Ms. Housefield just indicated she'd like to speak with you privately
Thank you.
first, so.
Okay.
Ms. Sioffi, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, and then when your attorney's ready, she'll just move over to yours, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I'm plugged in.
Are you inviting me to a room with Aaron or with my client?
I just put you in a room that I'm gonna put Ms. Housefield in, yeah.
Okay.
She's just logging in now.